As we get ready for Diocesan Convention, let's spend a little time getting to know the rules of order. Wondering why we need rules? Rules of order help us take care of the business of the diocese in an efficient manner, and understanding them will help you participate fully. Overall, the expectation is that when business is being conducted at convention, all of us will pay attention and keep moving and talking to a minimum. Try and reduce distractions as much as possible so that you and your table mates can hear and participate meaningfully. If you wish to speak more than just a second emotion or say aye or no, make sure to move to a microphone and wait to be called upon by the president of convention. When recognized, always make sure to state your name and church, even if you've been at the microphone before. Some of the business at convention will be done through resolutions. A resolution is just an official expression of the opinion or will of diocesan convention. Resolutions should be submitted 40 days before convention, if at all possible, so all delegates can receive and review them before convention starts. Resolutions should be unambiguous and deal with one primary subject. Resolutions cannot impose financial responsibility without including provisions for funding. Can we consider late resolutions? Yes, as long as they're presented in writing to the Secretary of Convention. They're received 8 days before convention so they can be printed and available for delegates to review. A 2/3 majority of convention votes in favor of considering it, or it is a courtesy or memorial resolution. Sometimes there are compelling reasons to consider a late resolution, most often because there's been an important change or event in the world we want to respond to. So what can you expect when a resolution is presented? First, the president recognizes the chair or other member of the resolutions committee to present and move the resolution. Then the president asks if someone is willing to offer second, which is a sign that at least one other person wants to consider it. Next, the president recognizes those who propose the resolution for an opportunity to explain its purpose. The president will then recognize others with seat and voice who want to speak for or against the resolution. If you wish to speak, move to a microphone when instructed. When the president calls on you, say your name and church. Speak for 2 minutes and stick to the point. Be polite and sensitive to those who may disagree with you. What if you have questions or concerns about a resolution? We strongly encourage you to register to attend one of the pre-convention hearings on the convention webpage. Once a resolution is open for discussion, there are several actions that can be voted on, and all of them require a second. The first action has to do with changing or modifying the resolution. To suggest changes to a resolution, a delegate can make a motion to amend it with different language. The person suggesting the change should get the change as quickly as possible in writing to the tech desk so it can be displayed on the screen for everyone to see, and someone will need to second the motion before the president opens the amendment up for discussion. Then discussion moves to the amendment, and only people who wish to speak for or against the amendment will be recognized to speak. After debate, a vote will be taken on the amendment. If it passes, discussion of the amended resolution will continue, and if it fails, discussion of the original resolution will continue. Motions can also be made to amend the amendment or substitute a new resolution. Amendments require a simple majority to pass. A delegate can also make motions to postpone the vote on the resolution to a later time. A motion to propose moving the resolution to a certain time would sound like, I move that continued discussion of Resolution 171A to Plenary 4. If they want to move it later in the day, but don't want to specify when, a delegate can move to lay it on the table. At some time later in convention, a delegate could make a motion to resume discussion of the resolution. A motion to postpone indefinitely can effectively end the resolution, unless convention decides to resume discussion at this or later convention. Motions to postpone discussion require a simple majority to pass. Another set of actions can limit or end debate on a resolution. A delegate can make a motion to refer the matter to another body, like the Board of Directors, for action, or when ready to end debate and vote, a delegate can call the question. Both require a 2/3 majority to pass. Now, a couple things to know about voting. First, only delegates with vote are allowed to cast a vote. If you are a visitor or a delegate with seat and voice but not vote, please do not participate. When it is time to vote, the President of Convention will announce how the vote will be taken and the threshold needed to pass. If she calls for a voice vote, all in favor will be asked to say aye, and those opposed to say no when asked. If a vote by cards is called for, all in favor will be instructed to hold up the yes card, and those opposed, the no card. If a vote is too close for the President to call, or a delegate requests a count, the show of cards will be counted by volunteers. A simple majority is sufficient for passing most resolutions with these exceptions. Some votes may be by orders when required by the Constitution or canons. A vote by orders means that the lay delegates vote separately from the clergy delegates, and a majority in both orders is required. Some matters may require a 2/3 majority when required by the Constitution or canons. Voting in elections happens differently. In the months before convention, the nominations committee solicits and receives nominations from individuals, churches, committees, and chapters, and nominations close 120 days before convention, so that candidates' biographical information can be made public for consideration by delegates 30 days before convention. Nominations will be accepted from the floor of convention only if the person nominated has agreed to fill an office if elected. Delegates eligible to vote will receive their credentials in their name tags along with instructions. When the President announces that election voting has begun, ballots will be cast electronically using the single transferable voting system, which requires all delegates to rate their preferences by number on the ballot. You can use a smartphone, tablet, or computer to vote, and if you don't have a device or just need help, see the tech desk when voting opens. You must rank all the choices on the ballot and make sure to hit submit when you're done. If you've been successful, you'll see a thank you notice. Thank you so much for taking the time to listen, and please reach out with any questions you have. You can email us at diocese@iowaepiscopal.org or find any of the volunteers at convention, and if they can't answer your question, they will help you find someone who can. We're really looking forward to seeing you at convention to deepen our connection as one diocese to transform ourselves, our communities, and the world for Christ.